Hi everyone, my name is Dan Johnson. I'm a software engineer from Protegrity. In our last video, we looked at how to easily install our new product, the Protegrity Developer Edition, in under 30 minutes. And today we're actually going to walk through a couple of use cases of what it does and how we can use it. All right, so just as a quick refresher here, we'll show you how to access the instructions. So go to protegrity.com, hover over the developers in the nav bar, and then select the Protegrity Developer Edition on the left. Then once this page loads, feel free to navigate directly to the GitHub. And as we discussed last time, we have our Protegrity Developer Edition core product and our Python SDK. All the sample apps and instructions, we can just use the core edition. So let's use that. Let me cut this. Go to the real one. All right, so once we land on the core, we can go ahead and scroll down. Again, we've already reviewed this in our previous video, right? The general overview, a couple quick links, and then we're actually interested in running the samples today, so we'll just go ahead and go right there. All right, so before we actually get started, let's make sure that we have everything set up from the last video, which we do, right? We have our virtual environment created and activated. We have the Python SDK installed, and we also have our core edition clones and working. So let's actually just go ahead and click the first one right here. But before we do that, let's actually see what the data looks like, right? So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looping through a string of text, and we're going to be seeing what we can find. So let's look at that string of text first. And it's going to be input data and cat input. All right, so here we can see we have a large string of text, right? John Smith, Stanford, social security number, phone number, age, etc. Ton of PII. Data's not really useful right now. We can't do anything with it. So let's actually see. First method is going to be let's find the PII in this text, right? So that's just going to be this first command from the GitHub. Feel free to copy that. Again, make sure you're in the core directory here and just paste it. And now what's happening here, as you can see, we'll go back up to the top, is we're looping through this string, right? Again, this string right here, and we're finding and we're classifying each item as either PII or not. So as you can see, our first PII element is going to be person, meaning John Smith. And then we have a pretty high confidence, 86%. And then we can actually see the start and end index of whatever PII is in the string. So we can access it if we need to, right? And that's going to persist for all of these, right? So we have our location next, which is going to be Stanford, which has the right here, right? We have the start and end index. And as we can see, for social security numbers, date, time, etc., we're all able to find them. We have a solid confidence score, and we can start playing with it, which is great. But let's actually put this into real use here. So again, let's actually show what that text is one more time. It's going to be the sample app, sample data, and input text. Right, so let's go ahead and actually run this sample app find and redact, right? So this find and redact is essentially going to use this mapping, this classification mapping, and it's actually going to find and redact these automatically. So we don't have to do that ourselves. So we can just go ahead and paste it in there. All right, and again, you can see as we look through this, we're actually finding them, we're outputting that we found them, and at the end, we're actually finding and redacting them. So we can compare this string, this output string, to the original string up here, and we can see that the name, the location, the social security number, they've all been found and they've all been redacted. So just like that, we've made some sort of useful data of what used to be absolutely useless, right? So that's great, but we'd also love to be able to unredact that data, right? And that's what we're going to be doing in our next video. We'll show you how you can encrypt and then decrypt, protect and unprotect your personal data based on different permissioning schemas, right? So that'll allow you to integrate this into your AI ML workflows with confidence. Thank you.